When are we going to start the show? Are you going to go?
Hey, I'll jump it off. You want me to jump this shit off? You want me to jump that shit off?
It's time to start the show. Give the people what they want.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, I'm way off. Can we cut all these welcome backs?
Yeah. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment, brought to you by our friends at Fireball.
Fireball.
Cinnamon Delight, the number one pound for
How
pound.
about that?
Undisputed champion of the world.
As if whiskey didn't burn enough, let's put cinnamon in it.
Oh, yeah. But it's so good. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey. He really doesn't even like the Flyers. He just lives in Philly. And, new episodes come to you every Wednesday, but
nice.
are coming to you on a Thursday this week because, we came out with the New Heights Live episode on Monday. So, subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts and follow the show on all social media platforms at New Heights Show with 1S. And you'll find out when exactly every week or whenever we're coming out with new episodes. Jason, talk to the people. Let the 92%ers know what's coming up this episode.
First of all, I would like to push back. I do like the Flyers. I was very good friends with Claude Giroux, Scott Hartnell,
Dude,
a lot of
Claude
the guys.
Giroux. Yeah, Claude Giroux. I thought Claude Giroux was going to punch me in the face the one time I met him.
What happened?
Does he always have that look on his face like, I'm going to punch you in the face?
He's got some scrappiness to him. He beat Connor Barwin in an arm wrestling. He challenged me. And
your elbow's
smaller,
already gone.
Well, whenever a smaller guy challenges you to an arm wrestling competition, my first inclination is to say no, because it's kind of a lose-lose situation for the big guy. Either you're the big guy just beating a smaller guy, which is like,
Good for you.
way to go, big dude, picking on somebody smaller than you. Or you lose, and it's like, you just lost to the little guy. But he asked me enough times, and eventually I got drunk enough to say yes and got him. But then he beat Connor. He's scrappy. He's scrappy.
You're stronger than Connor, huh?
What, arm wrestling?
Golly, that's crazy. I would have thought with your elbow history, you would have been gone.
Well, this was years ago.
Fair enough. Shout out to Claude Giroux. Why don't you tell everybody? Shout out to Claude Giroux. Why don't we tell everybody what we got coming up this episode, brother?
Yeah, we got a huge show as always. We're going to discuss some of the league updates coming out of the spring meetings, and we're going to recap the live show and announce a huge contest we got coming up.
Oh, we got
down
more
at the shore.
More surprises for down at the shore.
Down at the shore.
Which shore is that?
The Jersey Shore, the one and only.
The only shore we'll ever refer to as the shore.
The shore, yeah. I mean, there's more shores. There's a lot of shores, but there's only one.
There's nothing
shore.
like that Cleveland shore. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's
Lake
a shore.
Erie.
Is a lake? Can you have a shore of a lake? There's a shore.
That's a great
When you're coming
question.
ashore, is that specific to
The sea?
the sea, the ocean?
Hmm.
I'm going to say,
Interesting. You're going to say I'm going to say
I don't know.
No, you know what? I think it's a no because the Ozarks have more shoreline than the state of California. How crazy is that? The Lake of the Ozarks has
There you
more
go.
shoreline.
Well,
And I've heard
hey,
that saying before, so
If
it's got to
there's-
be common knowledge for you there, folks. Go to the Ozarks.
If there's a good way to gauge the English language, it's off of the Ozarks in Missouri. Okay, new news. Still top 5 sports podcast, depending on when you're looking at the charts. That's all we got in new news. So I guess we'll get straight to the fan mentions of the week.
New news, not so new. Fan mentions of the week, ladies and gentlemen. The live show reactions. You gotta love it, man. I actually had a blast watching the live show over again. Didn't realize that I did a lot of the stuff that I was doing during the live show. I guess once the light turned red on that camera, I just turned into another person.
Hey,
Yeah, let's get to some of these fan mentions, man. Look at some of our favorites here. How about a little Tingle My Berries? All right. Very classy there. Tingle My Berries, 2133. It's amazing seeing this show turn into what it is. Yeah, no, honestly, that was far from a sports show that we had out there in Kansas City
I don't
Music
even
Hall.
know. Is that a compliment or That can be taken a couple of ways.
I mean, it says amazing. Anytime anybody says we've done some amazing things, I think it's always going to be pretty positive.
You think it's positive? I don't know. I mean, if it depends on the context.
We went further than their imagination, so
That's an amazing shit we just took.
it's a compliment.
Is that? Yeah, that is a compliment. I'd take that as a compliment.
Yeah, big shit's over here, boy.
It's an amazing bald spot you have.
Dude, at the same time, if somebody's amazed, I think it's a positive reaction.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think, what's the right context?
It exceeds your expectations or imagination.
Yeah, but if the expectation is gone in the opposite way, it's
Like
exceeding
how?
it in a negative way.
Like what?
That's an amazing ass whooping you just took.
That's positive. Yeah, I could take an ass whooping.
All right. I mean, you're bringing up fair points. I'll take it.
All right, let's keep it moving, baby. Dirty Cow 35 at Dirty Cow 35. Such a great time. My buddy got hit in the face with a t-shirt cannon when Tony Gonzalez came out. Tony G, you hit somebody in the face with a t-shirt cannon? He was okay. He finished the tweet. Finished the tweet. He was okay and had a good laugh after. Nice. Well, thank God we didn't have to call the EMTs because those things were coming out hot.
Yeah, we need to check the video on this. It doesn't say Tony was the one firing it. So I wonder who was firing it when Tony was coming out.
Dirty Cow, if you could get us that because Jason was a loose cannon.
I would love to know if I hit somebody with
was a loose cannon there.
Score!
No first. That was my guy Rob Regal. Let's keep it moving. Walmart owns. Pretty sure Stone Cold Chris Jones is going to fight Mahomes in practice after seeing him use that entrance music. Well, that entrance music was our idea, and there's nothing more electric than Stone Cold shatter, like the entrance shattering glass. So, and Pat being the Texas gunslinger he is, I felt like it made sense. But if anything, Stone Cold Jones would be honored and be happy for Pat with that kind of entrance.
Yeah, that glass
Did it get him pumped up?
That glass breaking entrance is
iconic.
Is the iconic way to interrupt whatever's happening out on a stage. If you want to,
what? It's a Texas rattlesnake at Big Heavy 76. Honestly, that version of Jason, bald, half naked, and angry and armed with a t-shirt cannon is what we should send to represent Earth from the aliens. That's actually I would love to see Jason against an alien. I'd pay to fucking see it. I think that would be,
listen,
especially dressed as a bearded baby in a diaper.
I mean, chances are, aliens would be so advanced mentally that physically they probably are going to have de-evolved by that point. So we're probably dealing with a very weak physical opponent.
Yeah.
I think, does that make sense?
It does. I think,
so I think that I think I could take an alien. They got to fit in that spaceship. So they got to be pretty small, right? Doesn't make sense to have big old aliens.
Who knows how big aliens get, man?
I don't think they get that big.
Dude, I think
judging we'd have to ask Dad. We'd have to ask Dad.
Have to ask Dad?
Yeah, I think Dad's the foremost expert on alien size and stature.
Big Ed and Bob Lazar. I'm going to ask Bob. I think Bob said they were.
I'm not asking Bob. I'm not asking that quack. I'm not asking that quack.
What? That quack?
Yeah. Guy's full of shit.
Until he's not. Dolores Pruce 573. Next live show needs to be in Philly, and I'll tell you what, I'm down for that. I think it's only fair. We're gonna do if we're gonna do one in Kansas City, we should do one in Philly.
I think that makes sense. As a matter of fact, when we were at the Wells Fargo for the Sixers game, one of the attendants or people working for Wells Fargo came up to us and floated us doing a live show at Wells Fargo, which, if we could do that. Is that a bit ambitious?
That's very ambitious. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
What is that, 25,000, I would assume?
That sounds
That's a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
They're all showing up for a live show. 21,000. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if we can get Jalen to come.
I think we got a chance.
We might make it happen.
Ooh, Ooh, who would the guest be? What did we? So we had a couple teammates. We also had Roger Goodell. That was a pretty big sign. That was a pretty big grab. Who else did we have? We had a few teammates. Ex Philly legend. You would need. We had an ex Kansas City legend in Tony G.
So maybe Allen Iverson.
Oh my God! If we got AI, that thing is definitely getting sold out.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's how you do it. You get
dream big, kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
AI.
get
Man.
AI.
Doggone, that would be
Jalen
legendary.
Hurts.
Talk some football. AI was a high school QB. He was nice. Seen the highlights.
Yeah.
He was a dog. Because all NBA guys could probably translate to the football field. If you ask Jason Kelsey, who else would you need? You would need like some sort of like actor or like TV show superstar.
Well,
we had Stone Street.
I know Miles Teller pretty good. He's a Philadelphia guy. My man Miles.
Maverick. There's so many other roles, but goddamn, he killed that one.
He did.
Yeah, no, Miles is a legend.
I prefer Whiplash more. Whiplash. I mean, I love that movie.
God, that was a good one. You know, was another good one was War Dogs. That was a good one too.
Yeah, I mean, he's a beast.
Yeah, he kills it. He kills it.
I like Always Sunny would be good. Danny DeVito. Whew. He has no connection to Philadelphia, but he's a
You're ridiculous. Charles Barkley.
Charles
Barkley.
Dude.
It's a good
How
one.
could we forget about dude? Yeah. Talk about gift of gab. Not many people better than Sir Charles.
No, there's not. There's not. I don't know if you could tell me there's one person better than Chuck. You better start calling some people because I brought the damn house down to Kansas City. All right.
I mean,
I had Tony Gonzalez, the greatest tight end ever to play the game. Who are you going to get in Philly?
If you want legends, you go for Nick Foles.
Tricky Nicky, man.
Hey, the only quarterback right now to own a Super Bowl trophy in the Eagles uniform, although Jalen sure tried his best. Yeah, I think Nick has a very cemented legacy in the Philadelphia lore for multiple reasons. Yeah, if you guys might be interested in a Wells Fargo stadium show with the likes of any of those people, give this video a thumbs up.
Yeah, double click it. Baby.
Double click. Give it a double click, and we'll get it going.
All right, now. Let's hit no dumb questions, big dog.
We asked you guys to send us a new batch of no dumb questions, and you guys delivered.
All right, now.
No dumb questions is brought to you by our friends at Accelerator Energy Drinks. Accelerator gives us the sustained energy and enhanced focus to give you guys not dumb answers to your not dumb questions. No dumb questions. How many holes does a straw have? I mean,
it's just one hole, man.
I don't know why we can't do like the standard. There's a hot dog, a sandwich. There's a straw. How many holes does a straw have? We're looking for a little bit more innovation than this. I mean, clearly straws have two holes that are connected in the middle. I think everybody
Jason, you're ridiculous. Shut the fuck. You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that.
It's two holes.
It's one hole.
What makes it one hole? That it's connected? So it's one hole?
No, it's just one hole. There's not. Just because it
goes all the way through?
It's starting to finish doesn't mean it has two holes. It's one hole.
So if you have a hole that's open and it's going straight.
Yeah.
And then it curves to the left. And then you have a hole that continues. It's like you have a straw and then you have another open end that goes to the left. Is that all just one hole?
You're changing the question.
I'm just asking. What is your definition of a hole?
A definition of a hole is that there's a start and a finish to the hole. There's nothing breaking it or stopping it. So if there could be multiple ends to the hole, but it is one hole.
So if you have a straw that's continuous and then it has four other shooting points that come off of it, that's all just one hole. Like a groundhog, like an ant hole is just a big old, it's just one hole.
One hole.
Yeah, I think that's preposterous. I think it's ridiculous. And I think
that was a bit much. You're right. All right. That was a bit much.
I think a bunch of scientists.
A straw has one hole.
This is the thing.
I think
this is the thing. This is the thing. This is why
completely different.
This is why I hate these types of questions.
But you changed the entire question.
I'm going to explain to you.
Why is a straw two holes?
If you would allow me to talk, I'll explain.
Why is it? Explain yourself.
This is my problem with these questions. The only reasons they exist is for people to come up with arbitrary definitions and be like, gotcha, it's one hole, even though you take the straw, you go, 1, 2. It's fucking 2, all right? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Would you ever call a fucking hot dog a sandwich?
No.
I don't give a fuck whether, it's in between 2 slices of bread. Okay, if you told me, hey, I'm bringing you a sandwich, and you came to me.
Argument.
If this is my whole point. It's semantics. It's stupid semantics, but everybody knows if you talk about a sandwich, you're not talking about a fucking hot dog. And if you're talking about a straw, it has this end and this end.
It has
this end and this end. You look at it, there's a hole right there at that end. You look at the bottom, there's a hole at that end. It doesn't matter that there's a connector in between. If there's a door, you fucking walk through the door. Like if I open that door and then I open this door, now I'm just living in a fucking hole?
Yeah.
No, I'm living in a fucking house, and that's an entrance and an exit, and that's an entrance and an exit. That's 2 fucking holes.
There's one hole in a straw, Jason. You can look through it.
I don't care whatever your fucking scientist buddies come up with or whatever anybody looks up on Google.
Yeah, because I hang out with a bunch of scientists.
All right, let's do this. You're in the middle of the straw. You're in the middle of the straw.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in the middle of a hole.
We make a big. Let's go this way. Let's go this way.
In the middle of a hole. What do I got?
We make a big straw around you. Okay?
Yeah.
You look up. You look to your left and your right. Are you seeing 1 hole or 2 holes?
Look to my left, look to my right. Like, oh my God, I'm in a hole.
No.
How did I get in the hole?
This is preposterous.
That's
if you're in
crazy.
a cave, you're in a cave and it's got multiple exits. Are those it's all just 1 hole?
I'm going to look around and be like, I'm in a cave. This is crazy.
Listen.
I'm not going to think that there's a hole at the end of the cave. I'm be like,
don't let these
a cave
ridiculous.
Is different than a hole.
This is the problem with these. These are stupid questions because they come up with,
Jason, there's no dumb questions. Moving on to the next question.
A taco's a sandwich. A fucking burrito's a sandwich.
No, a taco can't be a sandwich.
I'm just saying, this is where you go into these semantics. Everybody knows what a fucking sandwich is. Yeah. Everybody knows what a hot dog is. It's not a fucking, if you asked for a sandwich and somebody brought you a hot dog, you'd be pretty fucking like, what the fuck is this? I asked for a sandwich.
Is a burger a sandwich?
Huh? I think a burger's a burger. I don't get into the semantics of it. I'm not going to go into, is it a sandwich? We all know a sandwich when we see one. That's a burger. A hot dog's a hot dog. I'm not going to go into, well, what classification is it? Or, hey, does this straw have 1 hole, 2 holes? Like if it's a silly straw, does that count as 1 hole? I'm not getting into all this. It's got this end and this end, and both of those ends has a hole in it. I don't give a fuck what happens in the middle of it. 2 holes.
We spent enough time on this.
All right. Fake Nanny J. Fake Manny J. Who are the top 3 movie villains of all time?
We could go any direction. Are we talking horror films? We talking action movies? We talking comedies? What are we talking here? I think all my villains are going to be based off of comedy and action movies because I'm not really a big horror film kind of guy.
Sure. It's too easy too. It's too obvious. Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. No shit. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I hope they don't come after me. Do we go top 3?
Top 3. Okay. My number one. I'll go for Joker.
I'm going. Joker's definitely
You're
top 3.
You're fucking throwing a superhero villain at. Come on, dude.
What do you mean? It's an unbelievable role.
Yeah, if you wear makeup, you can't be considered a great villain.
I can't wait to hear your villain. Go ahead. Who are you going with? We'll go back.
Ernie McCracken. Ernie McCracken.
That's a good villain.
Yeah,
it's a good villain. I think he's got some of the best liners you could ever think of.
He's cleverness. He's got deception, mischief, talent. He's got it all. And he's got the look. He's got the look.
Especially when the hair gets going frizzy and like kind of at the end of a bowling match, like he really looks like he's the villain. Who am I going with next? Since you're going comedy, I'll go comedy. I'm going White Goodman, Global Gym, Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, nice. I actually think that's not Ben Stiller's best
villain.
Damn.
That's a good one. I know
His
where you're
best
going
villain
with this.
is in Heavyweights as
He was
yes,
the same character. It's just with kids.
It's better though. The lines
Dude, no,
are better.
it is not.
How you doing, little Tony? Bad.
The plot, the whole movie is iconic. There's only one of those movies out here. All right.
I love Dodgeball. I think maybe it's just the nostalgia of Heavyweights. I think that's a better Ben Stiller villain. Either way, Ben Stiller's a villain. I will agree. I think we should just give you should just take Ben Stiller as a villain.
I'll just take Ben Stiller.
You take him in both of those. You can take him in Happy Gilmore as the evil nanny sitter. You can take him.
My gosh. This dude is one of the most iconic villains of all time.
I'm trying to think of what else he's been a villain in. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Ben Stiller is a villain. Good take. I'll go Willy Wonka.
I must be missing something.
What are you missing? He killed a bunch of kids in his chocolate factory, Travis.
Tyson, he did not kill a single
Not only
one.
that,
They're all
but he kidnapped a bunch of Oompa Loompas and has them working in his fucking chocolate factory. I'm out on the Willy Wonka is one of the he's one of the most notorious.
You don't see the way those Oompa Loompas dance and have fun in that place. They fucking love that place.
Now.
They definitely signed up.
They don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah, because the kids need candy.
No, because nobody's allowed to leave the chocolate factory.
So Santa's holding a whole bunch of elves hostage up in.
There's no rule that if the elves leave,
you're calling Santa a villain.
No, there's a clear rule in the Willy Wonka the Chocolate movie that you can't leave the factory. It's explicit.
Yeah,
that's not an explicit rule of Santa. Santa's employing a bunch of elves that wouldn't have jobs otherwise. He's just providing labor and paying for it with sugar.
Who was my last villain? Who did I have as my last villain? Oh, one of my favorites of all time. Dr. Evil.
Dude, that's a good one.
Dr. Evil is a legendary villain.
He's even got a miniature
throw in.
Of himself.
Yeah. God damn, I love those Austin Powers movies.
Those are electric. Growing up, I love those.
Dude, they were so much fun. I think I watched one the other day. The one with Beyonce. Damn, which one was that? Was that one? I don't even know.
Beyonce was 2, I think.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Gold member. Baby.
Yep, that's it.
Number 3. That was number 3.
Wow.
Damn, there were some good ones before. This is might be the best trilogy of all time.
Gold member was with Fat Bastard. I do remember that.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good one too.
So I still have one more left?
Yeah, you got one more.
I got to go Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies.
That's lame.
Why is that lame?
It's not a good villain.
He killed Apollo Creed. Do you have no fucking heart?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Not for Drago.
Well, you would have heart for Apollo. He's the one who died. I think we need another Rocky movie because shut
the fuck up.
It united everyone.
Out of here.
It united everybody and ended the Cold War. And I think we need more movies like that. If you can change, we can change. All of us can change. Was it? If I can change, you can change. We all can change. Whatever.
You need to change your villain is what you need to do because that last one was pretty buns.
Hey, you're over here naming the Joker, real original.
Yeah, the big guy in Rocky movie. Heath Ledger won awards for that. Heath Ledger.
He did. No, Heath did a great job. Heath made a terrible superhero movie somehow spectacular.
It's the legendary villain. See? Moving on. What's our last no dumb questions here? What is a piece of your uniform you are required to wear that you feel has no purpose and you would rather pay?
Tie pads and knee pads.
Didn't even fit. I couldn't even finish the sentence there. I love wearing thigh pads and knee pads because that's typically where I'm getting tackled. So I'm definitely wearing those. And I'm not fucking wearing the little tiny knee pads neither. I'm wearing them big old things because I got big knees.
Hey.
Make sure I stay protected out there. Always protect yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Mama always taught me that. What else? Oh, the mushroom tops. Get the fuck out of here with the mushroom tops. The preseason. No, the preseason.
The
freaking
helmet tops,
pads. Yeah, get the. What are we fucking doing?
I mean,
what are we doing? That looks. It feels so fucking stupid. It looks completely fucking stupid. Like, why are we putting more pads on? Why are we putting more pads on? The helmet isn't safe enough? Is that what you're telling me? Helmet isn't safe enough.
Yeah, that is what they're saying, actually.
It's safe enough in NASCAR. Point. I think it's blasphemy. Blasphemy if you think that shit is making the game safer for us in training camp. I think we need to fucking get gone with them things. And, I'm going to really push it to the limit on not wearing those.
I hope you get by it.
I just hope I don't get fined for not wearing it.
I think somebody is doing this with the idea that it's making it safer. So I understand. I just can only speak from personal anecdotes. I think your head bounces more when you hit with it on. Like when you hit with that on, my head feels like it ricochets more.
That's what I'm saying.
Before we keep going, we need to shout out one of our sponsors.
Ooh, which one?
Fireball.
I love those.
Yeah, man. Who doesn't like a good fireball?
All
Luke Hang style. Sometimes you just gotta right down the face hole.
Right down the gullet. Fireball takes any event to the next level, winning the big game even more electric, getting drafted even more electric, or even interviewing your own head coach. Extremely electric, but kind of nervous.
Yeah, he's got that effect. Fireball's iconic cinnamon flavor. It tastes fire and goes down easy, making it the ultimate crowd pleaser. That's why it's the number one shot in the country.
What I really like about those Fireball shooters is that there's no shot glass needed. Who needs a shot glass when you can just crack that baby open and shoot it back? Jason, you big Fireball guy?
Huge. It's the number one shot in the country for a reason, Trav.
Is that right?
That's right. Just crack it and enjoy it. You can purchase Fireball wherever you get your fine spirits. Alrighty, we also need to shout out one of our sponsors, and it's the one you see us drinking all the time. That's right, it's Accelerator Active Energy Drinks. There you go, Trev.
I finished mine.
Knock it back. Way to knock it back.
Those things are freaking good, man. I love every single flavor, too. Good. If you've been looking for something with zero sugar, been looking for that for a while. Heard that's pretty good. Get enough sugar in my life. That gives you sustained energy. Man,
that's good, too. That's good, too.
I love getting electric.
Yeah.
Also, that gets your metabolism going. You always
a lot of good things.
You got to get that metabolism going to burn some calories.
I think that's a positive.
Keep that energy high. A lot of health benefits getting that metabolism going.
That's right.
But also that gives you enhanced focus just to record a podcast or anything that you need to get done throughout your day. Anything, even like a marathon or anything else really extremely hard mentally. This right here, Accelerator Active Energy Drink.
It's a lot of good things all wrapped into one can.
God damn, these things are good.
Yeah,
all around. Even the flavors are amazing. Jason, what flavor you got?
Earlier I finished Starberry, and then I finished, I'm
Starberry's delicious.
Berry lemonade. Yeah, what is Starberry? Can we talk about that though? Because a lot of them are like combinations of like two different things. And this one's Starberry. What's Star?
Star is just letting you know you just got all your favorite berries in there, baby.
Oh,
it's a very berry delicious drink.
Hey, well, I finished it quick, and it got me through the episode.
All right, now.
Sometimes after I drink it, I just
feel it in my plums,
clench my butt cheeks. All righty, Accelerator Active Energy Drink is available nationwide. You can purchase it at any Quick Trip or Target. So,
two big stores.
If you're looking for zero sugar, sustained energy, a metabolism that's fucking lightning quick, and enhanced focus, do yourself a favor. Go to your local Quick Trip and get yourself some Accelerator Active Energy Drink.
Let's get to some bold topics that wrap up this week in the NFL offseason. Not really a lot going on in the offseason at this point in time. We did get some updates on some of these NFL spring meetings and maybe some of the rules that have been changed or enforced coming up this 2023 season. The NFL has approved and flexed scheduling for Thursday night football games from teams getting 28 days notice. So as long as there's 28-day notice that you're going to play on a Thursday, you can get flexed. And that's effective from weeks 13 to week 17. This is pretty crazy, which is, I guess you only get 2 Thursday night games.
We get one
max,
Thursday night game.
But you get 2 max.
Now you can have 2, yeah.
Now you can have two, and you can't play 2 road games on Thursday night. So that's kind of the deal there. Yeah, if you get flex,
a lot of intricacies of this new rule change and how you get flexed. As we've talked about before, I'm a huge fan of the Thursday night games.
I'm a huge fan of them even later in the season too.
Yeah, I am all for games being played on Thursdays because that means we have walkthroughs during the middle of the week and we don't practice. And then we get 3 days off after the game.
You're so lazy. You're
players
so
that
lazy,
are,
dude.
well, it's not about laziness. It's about helping my legs recover and getting fresh. But players that are anti-Thursday night games are just looking to make headlines. There's no fucking chance anybody with half a brain cell is against Thursday night games.
I heard some quarterbacks say that they don't like them because of the game prep and they have to stay up later and they have to work harder mentally.
Yeah, but the other team's doing the same thing. But yeah, I get that. I mean, quarterbacks do have to put in more work. I can see that, I guess. But I like it. I like having less mental reps because I feel like I'm kind of old and have seen more, so I'm good on that.
You old dog, you.
Hey,
that dog gonna hunt though. That dog is gonna hunt.
Yeah, we'll see. It's good.
Right.
And the other reason I'm a fan of the Thursday night games getting flexed is I just like good football being on primetime TV. I don't want to turn my Thursday night television on and have to watch.
Some of those games last year were buns.
It was bad. It was bad.
Oh man, they were.
I like watching good football, and Thursday night is one of the few nights that I get to watch football and just enjoy it as a fan. Let's get some good freaking matchups. That's what I'm about.
All right now. What else happened in the spring meetings? They passed a bylaw originally proposed by the Detroit Lions, allowing teams to dress a third quarterback. Oh,
the Detroit Lions proposed
this is bullshit.
You don't like this?
Dude, this is such bullshit. So just because of what happened in San Fran, all right.
Well, that's why this is interesting that the Lions proposed it because
they're basically saying if San Fran would have had a third quarterback, they would have went to the Super Bowl. That's what this means.
I think they're just saying
this is what they're saying. They're like, well, if they would have been, they would have had a third quarterback. It would have been a game, and they would have lost. So
I mean, when they were down to their second quarterback for the game, I think it was going to be struggles. But in general, I don't like watching football when quarterbacks aren't playing quarterback. Like when you're put in a position where receivers or already injured players are playing. I'm a big fan of this. It actually used to be the rule. The rule used to be you could dress a third quarterback and it didn't count for your active roster. And at some point they changed that around the time I came into the league. So they're kind of going back to the way the rule used to be, which was, I think everybody had the idea of, hey, nobody wants to watch football without somebody who can throw the ball. I think everybody likes watching the football when people can throw the ball. I'm a fan. I think it's a good rule. I know that we got put in a similar situation in a playoff game. Jimmy Kempsky really reminded me of this. Shout out to Jimmy. We were playing the Seahawks in a playoff game. Carson Wentz goes down. Then we had Josh McCown come in. He tore his hamstring, and he had to finish the game off with a torn hamstring.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, we were about to put in Greg Ward, I believe, at quarterback.
Man, talk about a dream come true. This thing's really shooting down my dreams. That's why I don't like it. Man,
that's why you don't like the rule. You want to play quarterback.
Whenever
are you the 3?
Whenever Pat went down, I felt like I was like one snap away, man. I was just one snap away.
Let's play hypothetical before this rule existed.
I'm pretty sure Coach Reed answered that question when he was here. I am not the emergency QB. There's something about my decision making with the football in my hands that I don't know. I don't know if Coach Reed likes that.
Who else do you guys have that could do it?
Blake Bell, Big 12 quarterback. He's actually on. He's got a nice little game against I think Oklahoma State. The Belldozer leading them in a 2-minute drill, throwing some balls all over the field. That was It's always fun watching that. But yeah, I think Blake Bell is our guy. If unfortunately, knock on wood, all the QBs go down.
We know he can run the quarterback sneak, so that's one play in the bag.
Damn, he could do that. Belldozer. Yeah, he had a lot of the Wildcat options at Oklahoma.
Nice.
NFL owners table the Eagles' proposal to create a 4th and 20 alternative to the onside kick. Man, you guys really want to go for it on 4th and 20, just ruin your chances to win, don't you?
Yeah, we really want this rule to be in effect because They've been pushing for this one for a number of years.
It didn't get voted down. It didn't just get dismissed, but it's going to be further discussion is going to be needed for that one. I think I like it. Okay. I like it if it's like desperation. I don't like it in the middle of the game. I like it under 2 minutes if you need it and it's there. Get out of jail free card. Make this thing interesting. I'm for it. I don't think during the game I don't think we need that.
I'm not a fan of it because it's so out of left field. I don't think it's the worst idea in the world. I could see it being cool. I think that they should, the reason this exists is because it's so hard to get an onside kick because of how they've changed the kickoff rules.
Yeah, can't get a running start.
So I think the logical way to fix that is if you're doing onside kick, you're allowed to get a running start. Like just make that, like just be like, hey, the game's on the line. We're going to let these guys get a running start and have a chance at an onside kick. Because I think onside kicks are exciting. I like the onside kick. Let's put it back into.
Dude, you want to talk? I mean, it's the most concussed play in all of football.
Hey, listen, game's on the line. If there's a time to get a concussion, it's that time. You know, hey, you want that ball back?
Don't say it.
I'm just saying. Do what you got to do.
We got a guy that's
who wants it more.
We got about 5 or 6 guys that are willing to do it, man. So
who wants it more? No, I think that's the easier fix. Just let there be one time where you're allowed to have an onside kick is you're trailing beneath like a certain time in like the fourth quarter, right? Like there should be some like benchmark, and then it's like, all right, you want to do an onside kick? Go for it. You can do it, and the guys can get a 15-yard start, however far they want to run.
Can you imagine a 40-yard start?
Hey, man, I think we need to bring back the onside kick instead of bringing up these other rules.
Get our guy McCaffrey back in pads.
Oh, Kylan!
NFL owners have approved a proposal to spot the ball on the 25-yard line on a fair catch of a kickoff made inside the 25 in the goal line or in the end zone. I think this is absolutely stupid. I don't think this is making the game safer. I think it's making it more boring and taking a lot of excitement out of the game's opening play. This is whack.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
I mean, we're just getting closer and closer to getting rid of special teams. I mean, it's like,
what do we?
The only thing left now is punt. Like, when is somebody not going to fair catch it and take the ball to 25? Unless it's just a really bad kick, right? I don't know.
Yeah, unless you're just squib kicking it and you got to return it.
Yeah, or I mean, like maybe if it was like a windy day and it was bad hang time and a short kick, you'd still return it. But the vast majority of kickoffs it's going to be even exponentially higher now that it's going to be a fair catch, touchback, no return.
Boo. That's whack. And it's taken away from the excitement of a kickoff, man. I love watching kickoffs.
I just don't know, what are we doing it for then? Like, we're just going to have guys, hey, I'm going to run 80 yards for no reason, and then we're going to start the drive.
That's so dumb. Like, what?
We're just going to do everything for show, and here's the ceremonial kickoff that's not going to get returned ever.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, you 10 guys go run down the field
and
then
deflates the excitement of like the first kickoff. Like everybody used to like, oh, boom. And everybody runs when the ball, and it says boom when it gets kicked off, and it's exciting. And then you see that first live contact. Guys, you hear it. Everybody's just running full speed at each other. Heads are banging. Guys running full speed at each other. And the guys get clotheslined and does a backflip. And you're like, football! This is electric! Yeah. And you're just going to fucking turn it into 25-yard line. Let's get the quarterback out here.
I think at this point, put the ball on the 25-yard line and start the game. Like, we don't need the show of a potential thing that's not going to happen.
It just takes away from everything. It just immediately deflates you.
Yeah. Well,
I just got deflated thinking about it.
I just think we should just start at the 25-yard line. Just get rid of it completely.
And
put guys out of work. But
just to let you guys know, we're not the only ones that think this. There's a lot of special teams coordinators and players around the league that were against this.
Of
surprise,
course,
surprise.
Special teams coordinators are against this.
Yeah. See their jobs slipping out of their hands.
I don't know. What can you do? I guess we can just bitch.
Guess we could just tell the world how we really feel on our podcast, New Heights. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcast and follow us on social media platforms at New Heights Show with one S. Tom Brady has finalized a deal to buy a minority stake in the Las Vegas Raiders from owner Mark Davis. Why didn't he do this with Kraft and the team he won 6 Super Bowls with?
Maybe Kraft didn't offer him an opportunity to buy it.
That's crazy. You don't let the most, the most decorated NFL football player of all time get an opportunity to get minority stake in the team that he pretty much did it with?
Yeah, I mean,
that's I don't understand why. Like maybe maybe that guy just loves Vegas. You know?
No, I mean, listen. These owners don't get to be owners and billionaires by giving up ownership in their team to players that do a really good job. Like I don't. I think it is weird. It's definitely weird that he's now he's an owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's still subject to NFL approval, I guess. Oh, that's fine. I thought the deal is just finalized with the NFL. They're not going to approve Tom Brady.
And we can't let players start having ownership here. We gotta
nip
this in the bud right now.
He's surprisingly the third player that's got ownership in the NFL.
Who else? Do we know the other?
No, I looked him up. Never heard of him. I would also assume that they're like played in like the 60s, 70s, or like the 80s. Like I don't remember. I didn't recognize these dudes at all. Shout out to those guys, though. I mean, shit, they're owning an NFL team. You guys are doing pretty damn good. Are you guys going to do this when you retire? Are we going to do this when I retire? I think
it's laughable to think that we would have that opportunity.
You got a better chance than me.
Yeah. I have a better chance.
Yeah, I think you got a better chance for sure. You're the mayor of Philadelphia, dude.
Listen, they don't. There's no chance they're offering a percentage of the team.
Yeah, no, there's no chance at all. But there's or
a chance that I can even afford it. Like,
what do you mean?
Talking about like a $4-6 billion organization.
It's minority ownership.
I mean, what?
How much you think Tom is putting up? How much you think Tom's putting up? You think he's putting up like $100 million? How much you think he's putting up?
I mean,
you think it's just like 6 figures? He's just throwing a little fucking 100,000 in there, a couple mil. You think it's got to be mils, huh?
You don't.
Gotta be mils.
It's in the sevens.
It's in the
it's probably 8.
7 digits.
It might be 9. It might be 9.
You think it's 9s? You think it's 9? You think it's 100? There's no fucking
finance
way. It's at least no fucking way it's 100 mil. If he goes 100 mil, I mean, he's getting a legit stake in this. That's what I'm saying. It's minority stake, which is
100 million is not going to be.
That's still minority. Got it.
Dude, 100 million of like a $5 billion organization.
I'm processing it in my head as I said it, and I just sounded dumb.
Like 1% of $5 billion.
Do it. Carry the decimal. God. Carry the decimal.
1% of $5 billion is 50 million? 1% of $5 billion is 50 million, right? I think that's right.
Way to carry the decimal. All right.
So I guess, I mean, he could be still minority stake probably for 7 figures. Yeah. Because 50 million is 1% of $5 billion.
Damn, man. It's crazy. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe the Raiders organization is more than $5 billion. That's crazy.
I bet they are. I mean, over in Vegas, I mean, who knows? But dude, that new stadium they built out there in Vegas, that's going to.
So do you think that since he's the owner and he just retired last year, you know what I mean? Like he still played last year. Does he, and the new rule change, and now you can keep 3 quarterbacks. Is he the third quarterback? Because the roster spot it doesn't count against you.
So
he just dresses every game as an owner. That'd be pretty good. He's Mario Lemieux, that thing.
I'd be interested to
Michael
see
Jordan, that thing.
What the actual stipulations of this are. But this could actually mean that Tom Brady is definitely retired and not coming back, because I don't think you're allowed to be
an owner and
an active player.
Unless you're an active player on that team, I think you're golden.
I don't even think then you'd be allowed to, because that'd be why wouldn't, to get away with like salary cap like things, why wouldn't you just give up a very minority stake in the team?
That's a good point. I'm going to bring that up next time I get a contract in Kansas City.
I think that the NFL's already thought this out, and I think that's why you can't do it.
Better way to do this? You just give me ownership.
Yeah,
you can pay me like just $1 a game if you would give me ownership of this shit.
Pretty positive Tom is not allowed to come back if he is an owner, which is big news. I guess it's big news.
Yeah. Well, let's keep this show on the road.
Jimmy Garoppolo just can't get away from Tom Brady.
God, man, this guy's
How about that? All right, Broback, rookie signings. All right, as we have seen this past week and I guess the week before, a lot of these rookies have been signing contracts, officially
a lot of money getting
their
tossed
status
around
as an NFL player.
Money.
Yeah, rookie mini camps have wrapped up, and now we're waiting for training camp to officially open. So I guess we thought we'd share, our rookie signing stories, contracts.
I mean, all right. I don't got much to show
officially
from it. I got a little bit. I guess
it's public knowledge anyways.
It's 1,000% public knowledge.
So yeah, I was a 6th-round pick, and at that time, the rookie minimum was $365,000.
Damn, that's crazy how much it changed in 2 years.
Well, not just that, but dude, it's more than
I'm saying
double
because
that now.
I'm saying that's
it's gone up almost. It
went up to
$75,000.
So it was 360. Yeah, I was about to say it was 360. It was 405 my year, so it went up just about 420 or something. 20 something every year, 20 25.
It was 405 and it was 365. It went up 40,000 in 2 years.
All right, cool.
But I think now it's like almost. I think it's officially double that.
Yeah, it's up in the 600s now.
Yeah, $365,000 is my rookie contract. I got a $90,000 or a $60,000 signing bonus. I guess I should know that.
60 grand, baby.
Maybe it was 90,000. I got 60 after taxes.
Nice.
Maybe that's what I remember. I forget.
Nice. Either way, you had 60 bones in your bank account.
I did. And the first thing I bought
felt good. What'd you do? Where'd you go?
A pickup truck.
Ooh, what kind?
In particular, the first one I bought was a Ford F-150. Now I'm partial to Ram trucks, as I have a dealership, Steve Vidian Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram.
That's pretty good.
So I've been driving the Ram 2500 Cummins diesel engine since then. But yeah, my first truck. There's two vehicles I always wanted. The two vehicles I always wanted to own in life was one, a pickup truck, and two, a Jeep Wrangler. I don't know why, but those are like the two. Like some people wanted, sports cars or high end. I don't know, whatever. Those are the two that I always wanted. I guess
I remember you had them both. You had them both. Ooh, who's the third? What's the third?
The third that I want now, and I'm trying to talk Kylie into it, but she's not biting, is a minivan. Or a conversion.
Why would
van.
she not bite on a minivan? They're the best.
I think she thinks she's too cool, and I'm trying to bring her.
You talking about you tell her like a Sprinter van? The Sprinter van is too much. That's not necessarily cool.
It's too much. I would do a Sprinter van too. Those things are badass. But
yeah,
I think
you can customize those things. Get pretty good bang for your buck there. No,
I think
good use out of it.
I'm talking about just a Dodge minivan. Like, dude, car seats, getting them in and out with like a normal door. There's a reason the minivans are high sellers. Big. I'll tell you what, man. It's the first car I ever drove.
Thoroughly enjoyed Dodge Caravan, baby.
Dude, the first car I ever drove was the green Dodge Caravan we grew up with.
And ladies and gentlemen, this isn't your fancy 2-door back door. This is one sliding door on the passenger side. You got one entrance in the back seat, baby. There ain't no running away from mom and dad without getting out that exit.
At one point in high school, me and my buddies were going to a house party, and we thought it would be a good idea to, we didn't think it would be a good idea. We're going to a house party. We put a bunch of beer in the minivan. And we're driving to the house party, and all of a sudden I hear this coming from the engine. And me being the mechanic, I'm like, all right, there's something caught in the engine.
Okay.
And I notice as I go faster, it speeds up. And I'm like, what are the chances if I just floor it that whatever's caught in the engine will spit out the side? That was my logic. That was my logic brain working right there. And it goes, and I'm like, holy shit, it worked. It fucking worked. And I'm cruising. And then I go to turn the vehicle. I had no power steering. And let me tell you, minivan loaded up with a bunch of dudes and a beer. It was hard to turn that sucker in high school. And that was the end of the green minivan.
It had a legendary
Then I graduated
run.
to the purple minivan after the green minivan.
That purple minivan might have been better, man, because that got handed down to good old me.
Yeah,
and
the purple minivan was much more up to date model.
Yeah, I've had some legendary moments in the purple.
You had
minivan.
the cassette tape. We had the cassette tape with the cord coming out the cassette, so you could plug your iPod.
Ooh, the original iPod. God, we're really dating ourselves right now. I didn't say anything about my rookie contract.
For those of you that don't know, I guess it's different now. Now we get paid bi-weekly. But at that time, when I was a rookie, you used to get weekly checks. And this is when you used to get like a physical check, and on the end of it, it had a receipt. It was
before a digital,
and you would rip it off. And I tell you what, this is the most money I've ever seen in our life. It was more money than our parents had seen. This was like crazy to me that I was getting paid that much money to play football. And then I saw Jason Peters' game check. And I realized this dude made after taxes more in one game than I made the entire season pre-tax. Like, I was like, dude. Hey. And guess what? And I was like, in my head, I was like, he's worth everything.
Every single dollar. Good for him, man. Maybe one day I could be like Jason Peters. And now you are.
I'm still not. When I was a rookie, it was crazy. But anyways, I'm doing good. What was your rookie? What was your rookie contract?
So when I came in, like we said, it was 405 was the rookie minimum. And
which, for those of you that I guess don't know, every
rookies.
Every draft pick makes league minimum. I don't know if it's
every single rookie.
Correct.
No, that's true. It's true.
Is it?
At least it was when I came in league.
And then the signing bonus is what changes.
Yeah.
So if you're drafted in the first round, your salary is the same as the 6th round guys.
The free agent guy that came in,
or the free agent guy, but your signing bonus is what changes. So go ahead, Trev. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that was a good point. And I was slotted in the first pick in the 3rd round to get 800 and something K. So I ended up seeing roughly like, I think it was 6, close to 6, 500, 600K.
That was your signing bonus?
After taxes and everything, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, that's
pretty good.
It was real good. I don't have.
It's a big difference between 3rd round and 6th round.
Only thing I really got left or to show for that money is a pair of some of my favorite shoes. And,
what did you spend it on first? I know you.
First thing I did, I had my eyes on a pair of size 13 Nike Air Mag Marty McFlys, the coolest shoes that I'd ever seen in my life.
You bought those your rookie year?
Yeah. As soon as I got my check, I immediately went online and sourced them.
Well, I had a
feeling
Europe, the first thing you were going to buy was something clothing related or shoe related. Because dude, hey, Travis got swaggy. You know, he got all
swaggy. Okay, boy. I had always wanted those shoes, man. I've always been a big Nike guy, and then watching Back to the Future so many freaking times and seeing what the Nikes look like in the future, and the fact that they were anti-gravity. Fucking goddamn, these things were sweet. Self-tying. Oh man,
it's funny because I didn't think that was your rookie year, but somebody came up to me and told me that you had bought those shoes, and I looked them up and saw how much they were. And I remember being like, what the fuck, Travis? You spent I was like, spending cheap. That much money on shoes?
Weren't cheap. Yeah, I was like, listen, I got a lot in the bank account right now. I'll just spend fucking 10 grand on some shoes.
Which I don't know how that guy found out you had them, because you hadn't posted it, I don't think, on social. I think he was just big into the shoe game or something like that. And you bought them from somebody in the Philly area.
What it was. That might be what it was. I thought I got them from overseas, but I might have got some other kicks that I'm thinking of. The Red Octobers. I still got those to show for it too. Those are Yeezys, Nikes, and Yeezy first.
For those of you that don't know, Travis has an entire bedroom.
Bedroom? It's called a closet.
Well, yeah, I guess in your old apartment. It was a bedroom.
You're right. God damn, you got a good memory. I didn't realize you had ever even seen that room. Yeah,
Taking my beet juice.
All right, man.
In your old, in his old one, it was a bedroom. Now the closet is just the size of a bedroom.
Mhm.
But I mean, boxes and shoes. I mean, that's a tall ceiling in there too. Like
Yeah.
it's like a, I don't know, 20-foot ceiling. It probably.
Yeah, my closet right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
And it's floor to ceiling, nothing but shoes. It's insane. Have you ever done an MTV Cribs?
No,
It's like an MTV Cribs style.
my
setup.
house is so fucking messy. There's no way. There's no way. I
Yeah,
would
but
never be
you
able to
should just
clean
do
it
the
up.
MTV Cribs closet edition and do your closet because
All right.
it's impressive.
I'll show off some of my kicks. I got a bunch of heat in there, man. I got some classics in there, man.
One of my favorite things is just come in there and just take stuff.
That's where all my comfy shit's going.
Yeah,
God damn it. Yeah, so that was my first purchase.
getting you back for taking my Ford F-150.
I'll tell you what. Taking it? I didn't take it. You gave it to me. Somebody else took it. All right. What else? First thing I bought was the shoes. What else? I have, like I said, I have nothing else to show for that first check, and I felt so fucking stupid. I remember you asking me after like my first or second year, like, "Hey, what are you doing with your money?" And I'm like, "I'm kind of broke right now." I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't have a great answer. It was kind of a. I'm going to change the subject, and we're not going to talk about this. Right now.
I'll tell you what, man. I didn't realize that it was you get your check, you get your sign-in bonus. I got my sign-in bonus before the season started, and you get your game checks every week. So after the season, you're not getting paid until you know what I mean? Until
this is a big issue.
August the next year, and that's I was running around. I was damn near dead broke. So Coach Reed made we had a kind of a veteran team. And this is crazy stuff. I'm not going to say who used to do this, but I might have done it once or twice. So rookie year, Coach Reed comes in, first year in Kansas City, veteran team, weren't great the year before. I'm going to say weren't great, but some things happened where the reason why they weren't great. 2-14 season.
Had a great defense.
2-14 season. They had
their defense was stacked.
The offense was wasn't fantastic. But they went 2-14 and missed the playoffs, unfortunately. Yeah. And so every single game was at 1:00, and Coach Reed came up with this very veteran-like kind of strategy to motivate guys to play even harder on Sundays. That if you win on Sunday, you're off on Monday, and Tuesday is already your off day.
Victory Monday.
So you get Victory Monday. All of a sudden, you play on Sunday at 1:00. You're out of the game by 5, and you don't got to show up until Wednesday at 8 a.m.
Pretty nice.
That's good. You get Sunday night off, Monday night off, Tuesday night off, and then you don't got to be in until.
You're playing a Thursday night game. But
basically, that's exactly what it is. You just got to run around on Wednesday. So some guys decided to start taking jets all over the place after a Sunday game and not showing up till Wednesday at 8 a.m.
Whoa! Don't say that. You freaking snitch.
No, I didn't say who, and I might have been a part of this.
Snitching on himself.
This is the reason why I lost all my money in my first year. Might have went to Vegas or Florida on one of those off days and enjoyed myself. But the dumbest thing I ever bought with my rookie money, bottles in the club. That was the dumbest thing. I should have never fucking did it. I spent way too much money in clubs, and I was avoiding the rent lady because I was so stupid to agree to all those bottles. So rookies out there, don't get caught up in buying bottles in sections, man. I'll tell you what, it's the fastest way to lose your money if you get caught in that. If you get caught in that world,
it can add up quick. I mean, I'm glad you brought up the. I don't know if I'm glad you brought it up, but like the pay per game was an issue. It was so much of an issue of exactly what you're saying, where rookies don't realize that once the season was over, you weren't getting paid. This was a very big issue, and that's why the league switched to now it's paid over the course of every game is paid over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it gets paid out over 34 weeks, 17 times 2, or is it 18 times 2 if the bye week's included? Anyways, that's why that changed, is because a lot of people were not realizing that those checks were going to stop.
I was one of those guys.
Knowing all of this now, do you have any advice to new rookies?
I will say this, man. Once I I was always against like kind of money managers or people telling me what to do with my money. So that's why I didn't just jump into a financial advisor from the jump. But after I realized that I needed someone to help me with this, it was one of the best decisions I made was getting a financial advisor. And you don't have to have $1 million in the bank to get a financial advisor. You can just have however much you are making, literally however much you're making, whether you're 60,000 is your sign-in bonus or you don't even get a sign-in bonus, you're just getting game checks. Yep. Get a financial guy. Get somebody that can help structure that shit. There's no fucking worse feeling than not being secure financially. And especially when you're making as much money as we are at this age in the league. It's pretty embarrassing, actually. So definitely go out, get somebody to help you with your finances or at least help you, line that shit up, man.
Yeah, I think if we're just talking from like a financials perspective, which I think is kind of what this whole section is about, rookie signings and how much these guys are now entering into a world that I guess some of this is changing because in college now guys are getting paid. So it's not like guys are like when we got paid, it was like, I ain't never been paid like this in my life.
I ain't never seen this money.
Seen money like this ever.
Yeah.
But I think, I'll echo what you said. I think that's a lot of faith to put into somebody. I think a lot of people are hesitant to seek financial advice, unfortunately, because of that. It's a vulnerable state kind of in a very important part of your life.
Right.
And it's hard to input that or instill that amount of trust with another person.
1,000%. I know the feeling.
But I think that without question, whatever the percentage is that they're getting, especially early on, it's good to have somebody who is knowledgeable about budgeting, who's knowledgeable about investing, who's knowledgeable about the stock market, bonds, whatever it is. It's a great idea to get that person on your team. As a rookie, you'll find out you need people on your team. You're in that portion of wealth right away. And you need these people around you to, one, manage everything, but also to that you can get advice on. And if they're good, they'll tell you like, hey, we need to scale this back here. And like, this is where we should be right now. You might be different down the road, but for where you're at right now, we need to be here. And you typically have that financial guy. I would encourage everybody to get in contact with a tax professional to make sure that you are taking care of that.
Because they will be on your ass.
Yeah, those are the two big ones. Those are the two big ones from a financial perspective that you need to get figured out very quickly and get in contact with your local or your team's player development person or other veteran guys to figure out which people are right for you. That's kind of my advice.
Well said,
if you already don't have people ready to go.
I said it once, I'll say it again. Best decision I ever made, man.
It's an important person to have for anybody, and they'll save you money. They're going to end up making you money. Next thing we got to talk about is the Ocean Drive show.
Coming to the OD, baby.
Kind of teased it on Twitter. Somebody asked about, hey, maybe you guys should do a show down at the Jersey Shore. Or at the Ocean Drive.
I mean, I guess we will.
I have an annual event with Eagles Autism Foundation that we put on at the Ocean Drive. The Ocean Drive is a bar in Sea Isle, New Jersey, that has been willing and able and has donated money to EAF. Each and every year we've done it. This will be the third year. And it's just a great event. A lot of people show up. Trav was kind enough to come last year.
It's so much fun, man.
And, everybody's just ready to have fun. We're drinking. We're raising money for a good cause. And that's the name of the game. This year, we're going to do something a little bit different at the event. The guest bartending portion is still going to start later in the day, but Trav has to be out a little bit early. So
we're going to sorry, guys. I won't be able to serve some drinks to you guys, but I'll have some in the morning with you.
We're going to do a New Heights show on the scene in the OD that morning. And at the show, we are going to have our first fan competition.
Ooh.
That's right. I'm announcing it right now. We are going to do the first ever New Heights Beer Bowl.
The Beer Bowl.
Beer Bowl 23.
The Beer Bowl is. is? You got to tell them what the beer
It's a competition involving beer.
Yes.
We are going to compile a 16-team tournament single elimination, so it'll be one event per round.
That's all you get. You get one shot, baby. This is NFL style, baby.
The teams will be 2 people, and we're going to start compiling this list now. So if you're going to be in the New Jersey area on June 28th and think that you should be in the competition, we need you to send us your team name, a video of why you think you are qualified to be in the beer bowl.
Gosh, this is going to be so good.
Your partner, you and your partner's names, obviously. Your team name, your team theme, because we want this to be done right. And you will be accepted based on 1, your quality of drinking skills displayed in your video, 2, your creativity of your team name and theme, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and please be 21. You have to be 21 to enter.
That's true. Yeah, we're going to be drinking alcohol, so good point. Please submit that to either at New Heights Show on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff with 1 S, or email us at newheightsshow@gmail.com.
Dude, are we in this, or this is fans only?
We're going to be hosting the show. We're going to be doing play-by-play.
So
and
this is why. Oh, all right, right on now. Right on.
But I mean, I think maybe there's a place where we do some type of competition with the winner of Beer Bowl. I think that kind of makes sense.
I think I have to get involved. You know, I love to compete any way I can.
We'll figure
compete.
that portion out.
Would love to.
The winner of the Beer Bowl will receive the first ever New Heights trophy.
Ooh, I can't wait for you guys to see this fucking trophy. If you think the Stanley Cup is sweet, and you think the Larry O'Brien's sweet, or you think the Vince Lombardi's sweet, the Vince Lombardi's pretty sweet. Wait till you see the New Heights. I'm just going to call it the trophy right now. I'm not going to. Are we telling what it is yet?
We still need to have it designed. We know what it's going to be.
We know what it's going
to be. We're
going
to wait to disclose, but I will tell you this. It's not going to just be a plastic trophy. We're making a legit trophy.
This
probably
is
out of
going
gold.
to be legit.
I think we both feel it should be.
I think it should be
solid gold, right?
100 was solid. Yes, very solid.
So it's going to be, there's going to be some money in this. The winner is going to get a pretty high, I don't want to say the dollar amount yet because we don't know how much the trophy is going to cost. We'll release that at a later date. But I'm glad you brought up the Stanley Cup, Travis.
Why is that?
Because Larry was kind enough to visit last week, and I got to put this hat on. I feel like I got to be flyered up for this one. This week, we got another trophy in the house.
Shut the fuck up. That's why you're wearing the. God damn it.
I mean, it might be
What
both
is it,
of our
because
number
you're
ones.
East Coast?
Listen, we can't trust you with trophies.
You're fucking ridiculous.
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen, I hope you're ready. We are about to present to you the trophy that we both rated as the number 1 trophy in all of sports. It's what we idolized growing up in Cleveland, Ohio, playing hockey. We all wanted to hoist this at one time or another. Never in my wildest dreams did I think it would be in my
You're
den.
ridiculous, dude.
Travis, get ready. I present to you the Stanley Cup.
This is ridiculous, man.
Look at this.
This is so ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Lord Stanley?
Lord Stanley is in the house. And I got to say, it's even more glorious in person than you could ever imagine.
Name it.
You
Yeah,
can't even
that's-
picture.
Dude.
It's you got to be here in person. We're going to talk about it.
We gotta
We're
be
going to talk
here.
about it. We got my man
person.
Mike.
Yours.
As everyone knows, there is a crew that is always with.
Unbelievable, man.
There's a crew that is always with the Stanley Cup at all times to ensure that no shenanigans happen unwitnessed. So we got my man Mike here with this is
all because I slammed a replica? I don't get to experience any of this. This is ridiculous, man.
You're in Kansas City, Travis. These trophies live on where the people live.
That's a low blow, man.
Yeah, you're officially with the National Hockey Hall of Fame?
I work for the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto.
Yes.
And I've been the keeper of the cup for the last 24 years.
Okay.
Keeper of the cup.
That's
Let's
a great
go,
title,
baby.
man. That is a
Keeper
great
of the
title.
cup.
Second best job. If you can't play in the NHL, you might as well look after the championship trophies.
There we go.
So can you tell me, what are the rules right now that we are embarking on? What can I and can't I do?
So the rule is, Jason, you can put your arms around it, you can hug it, you can kiss it. If you feel the need to lift it, you have to go win it.
I can
Ooh,
hug
like
this?
that.
You can hug it.
I can
You can
kiss
hug it
it.
right now. Give it a hug. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Give it a big hug with your Flyers jersey on.
This is fun. Is it lucky to wear a Flyers jersey?
Keep your dirty fingerprints.
That's why I wear the white gloves.
That's what I'm saying. Don't put those fingerprints on
Oh
there.
my gosh. Oh my God.
This
I can
guy's such
kiss
a
it?
Show
You can
off.
kiss it.
Oh
What? You
Wires
can
are up
kiss
here
it?
somewhere.
I got to find, I know, right?
Flyers are up there.
74, right?
Yeah.
Right here.
Right over
This
there.
guy, man.
There we go. Oh, they're back to back.
Can we drink out of it?
Dude, life
You
made.
got to have a winner to drink out of it.
Life made.
Yeah, makes sense.
We did a thing with Eli Manning last week, and he had to get Brad Richards, who won the Cup with Tampa Bay in 04. Brad and him are friends, so Brad came in and poured a beer in it and let Eli drink out of it. So you should have had a Stanley Cup champion here. We could have had a beer out of it, but next time.
So those you can only
Next
drink
life,
out of it
Jason.
if you've won it before.
You have to have a guy that holds it, who has won it, to grant you a drink out of the cup.
Gotcha.
You can't just put a beer or a drink in it for yourself.
Oh, wow.
Guys eat out of it too. Like they'll have cereal in the morning, maybe a little ice cream sundae in the afternoon, and a
Oh
few
my
adult
gosh.
beverages in the evening.
You're telling me guys that have won it in like the 70s, they see it and they're like, yeah, I'm going to take a chug out of there.
Oh yeah,
Like they can still take it. Once you win it,
lifetime privilege.
God damn it. That's so cool.
See, we don't have anything cool like this. Why can't the NFL implement anything like this with the Lombardi? Like what? So what is the? So each player that wins it in that year gets to spend an entire day with it, or is it
Most guys get a day, and
Okay.
it's wherever you live in the world or wherever you want to bring it.
Oh, my gosh.
And so on any given summer, we're literally around the world. Cup's been to 34 countries in total. And we're literally coast to coast in the United States, coast to coast in Canada, and then over in Europe, mostly the Eastern Bloc countries. But we could do 5-7 countries per summer.
What was the rowdiest place you've been to while with the cup? Like you were like in your head, you're like, man, I'm the keeper of the cup. I might lose this thing.
There's a few things that come to mind. Russia, the first time I went there, that was pretty wild. The amount of fans that showed up, and tens of thousands of people coming out.
That makes sense.
I remember one time in Colorado, it was the 01 Colorado Avalanche, and we were with Chris Dingman, Stefan Yell, and actually I think just myself and Stefan's fiance, because everybody else had gone home, and we were going for one last drink, and we decided to go to this other bar. And when we got downstairs to go across the street, well, all the bars let out, and it was a gong show.
Mayhem, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Dinger's big like both of you guys, like Jason, and so Chris Dingman's got the cup. I got the back of his shirt, and I'm pushing on it. I had to leave Yeller and his fiance behind, and the cops found us and grabbed us and helped us get into the bar from the crazy crowd, because the fans were just freaking out that we were on the street with the cop.
Yeah.
And they pulled us into this bar to give us shelter and let the crowds disperse. And I had to send the police out to go find Yeller.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Man, that's nuts.
What's the history behind Lord Stanley?
So the Stanley Cup's 130 years old, dates back to 1893. As we were looking at it earlier, inside the bowl, 1907 was the very first time they ever put players' names on it. 1915 is also in the bowl, and then it started to grow from there and into a cylinder stovepipe-like. It was stovepipe-like up until 1947, and then they created this shape with the 5-tier format. Down here in the bottom is where this year's winner is going to go, and they'll be on the cup for 60 years before they eventually come up and off the cup. Every 13 years, we take the top ring off, retire it into the Hall of Fame, and then put a new ring on the bottom. So 52 years is the shortest, and 65 years is the longest you can be on Lord Stanley.
Holy cow.
It's pretty dang cool, man.
When the band comes off the cup, it actually gets mounted in the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto.
Ah.
How many bands are off the cup then?
Yeah, 3 different bands are off the cup from 1927 to 1966.
Jason, just do the math, man. It's right there in your face.
Listen, I wasn't going to be able to do that quick. Yeah, but yeah.
That's hard math. Math is hard.
We were saying this earlier before we got on, but in Colorado, when they iconically won it, who dropped it? I can't remember. We won't. Yeah,
I mean, I don't
it
like
was dropped.
the guy.
Whatever.
The guy had a bad. I don't know whatever he thought. He kind of looked like he slid into the photo, like they're going to take the photo without him in the Stanley Cup. Maybe without him, but the Stanley Cup was definitely going to be in the photo without it. So
if there is a dent or it's damaged, what is the procedure? Like, is it fixed?
I see where you're going with this.
yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where my boss and I were on the ice when it happened. It was the F-bomb came out, and the next morning we flew back to Colorado from Tampa. We let the guys go off the plane with it, hoist it, but we wouldn't let them go near the media. And then we said, all right, boys, we got to take this from you for a few hours. And we took it down to the rink and worked with it with the trainers to get it all fixed. And then we went to the party that night.
All right now.
How many times has it been dented?
It's a trophy that doesn't hide behind glass, so accidents are going to happen.
I like that. I like that mentality.
Right?
I mean, we try and prevent it as best we can. As I mentioned, it's 130 years old. I want to see it around for another 130. So we do our best. We're not duct taped to the thing, but we do our best to try and keep it safe.
Fair game.
What is the craziest thing that's ever gone in the cup that you're allowed to share?
Well, I mean, I'm sure anything. Geez, I don't know. Like everything from ice cream, Jello, sushi, poutine, spaghetti and meatballs. Margaritas, whiskey, beer, chocolate milk, apple juice,
Chocolate milk.
chicken wings.
Somebody toss some chicken wings in there?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty fucking good.
I'm also a professional dishwasher.
Nice.
I just think it's such a special trophy. And the trophy itself is gorgeous, but it's all that other stuff. It's the engagement with it. It's what it represents, that it gets to be celebrated in your hometown community and all the people that helped that guy get there.
That's exactly. And I think that's what you're saying, Jason. I think it'd be great to see the NFL and even other leagues, when you win your championship, that you get the trophy for the day and share it with your family and friends, and then the team gets it back. I mean, you guys all get to keep your trophy. It goes into the stadium and everything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when we finished up with the Avalanche, that's it. Go out and win it again.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get a little miniature replica for their display case, but they don't get something like this in the display case.
Yeah. Yeah, so each guy gets a miniature replica Stanley Cup trophy too. I guess we didn't mention that.
Hey, name it.
Have you ever seen somebody spike their miniature replica Stanley Cup?
No fucking way. Dude, it might as well have been a piece of cake that I spiked on the freaking ground. My replica was not given to me by the NFL. You're fucking ridiculous, Jason.
You know what? I actually
This
have
is ridiculous. I would
Hey, hold
never
on. Mike's
spike
going to
my
have your back
ring.
here. Mike's going to have your back here, maybe.
Put me in jail, why don't you?
Can we let the man respond?
I had a guy, he had his kids playing when he had his cup, the big Stanley Cup, the real one here, and he had his miniatures. He'd won a couple of times, and his kid dropped the little miniature replica, and they're made of silver too, and the bowl broke off. And I'm like, and he was pretty chill about it, and it is what it is. And
I was going to ask you, those miniature ones, like how big is the bowl though? Could it fit like a whole beer in there or what?
I've seen guys slurp stuff out of it. I don't know if it probably maybe a half a beer, but I've seen guys carrying it around and just drinking out of it.
Be your all-time shot glass.
Exactly.
Like
it holds about maybe 3 or 4 shots in it.
all right now.
This, by the way, you want to take a guess how many regular cans of beer this holds?
Yeah, I could do that. Let's say, I think a nice 12-pack.
12-pack here. I'm going to tip it down for you, Travis, so we can maybe have a little better look. But
Here's my fist for Gage. I'm not.
Dude, get your filthy paws out of there.
I just washed
so
them.
you're going with 12. What are you going to go with?
Man.
That might be a 24 rack.
Dude, it's big.
That's kind of deep.
Can I just go over?
Can I go over?
You can say whatever number you want.
What? This guy's a weenie. Are you kidding me?
You can go over 12. I would go over 12.
I'm going to say 24.
24. Well, it's 17 exactly.
I was going to go 18 before I said that. Dang it.
That's what you get for stealing my second guess.
But 17 cold beers. Now,
How
again,
about that?
that's a bit of a, to me, when you have 17 in there, but 17 or but 15 of them will fall out because it's so heavy. It just sloshes. And that's just a waste. You don't waste beer. At least in Canada,
That's
we
a lot
don't.
of beers, man. That's a lot of beers.
Oh, man.
I'm so freaking jealous right now. This is ridiculous.
Trav, what can you confirm or deny your involvement in bringing a NHL team to Kansas City?
I'm confirmed. I'm not in on anything, but I am confirmed, and I'm very pro bringing hockey to Kansas City.
Ooh.
I haven't talked to like a mayor or Pat Mahomes or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure everybody's on board with getting KC a hockey team. I mean, a sports town like this, an exciting game like hockey. I guess all the expansion teams are immediately Stanley Cup like champions, or like they go to the playoffs for second year.
Yeah,
I think that would be electric for Kansas Cityans, man. And I think the KC would show out for these guys for sure. So NHL, if you're looking for a new home team, home base, I think the middle of the country is the way to do it, baby.
all right. Trav, of all the teams left in the hunt for this year's Stanley Cup, who you taking?
I'll tell you what, the Panthers are pretty fun to watch right now, man.
Panthers? Okay.
I'm gonna say Panthers, man. I think Panthers got the juice right now. I'm taking I don't know. I just like watching them, man. They're an exciting team.
I'm going Golden Knights, man.
Golden Knights, Vegas.
I mean, you brought it up earlier, expansion teams and winning Stanley Cup. I mean, there's something to it.
This is like their third year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, they're in it. They're in it now.
Okay.
Well, Panthers, Golden Knights, if you guys are watching this, if either one of you win the Stanley Cup, we would love and be honored if we could potentially meet up at some point and drink a beer from the one and only Lord Stanley.
Jason's already seen the freaking thing in person. I just want to see it. I'm not going to ask for a drink. I'm not going to ask to touch it. I just want to see it in person.
Am I being too demanding?
No, you're being you right now. And you know what? I'm jealous.
Travis, we got to get a T in KC and get a guy like Ken Morrow out. Ken Morrow lives in Kansas City, who won the Cup of the Islanders.
Let's go. I did not know that.
Yeah, won the gold medal also for 1980 with the Olympics. So he won the gold medal, and then he went on to win 4 straight Stanley Cups.
Trying to think of NHL. We got Bernie Perrant is still in the area. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of the 76 players.
So the easiest way is to just become friends with former players.
And look, you guys find a guy that you don't even know. I'm sure they would love to come say hi to you guys too. So hockey players are huge football fans.
Yeah.
I'll bring the Lombardi.
All right.
There we go. Fair.
I can't. I don't have any access to it.
Well, yeah, you lost it somehow. What happened to it again?
No. They don't let players hang out with the Lombardi.
That's right. That's what it is. Well, Mike, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you bringing Lord Stanley on our show and letting me see it in person and Travis look at it through a television screen like he's done his whole life.
Yeah, I don't know how much I really actually appreciate it, Mike, but I'll tell you what, man, it was fun talking to you about it. It's fun learning about it too, man. And as the cup keeper, man, you're a legend yourself, brother. So I appreciate you jumping on.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks. Awesome. Travis, thank you.
You are something else, man. You are something else, huh? You freaking prick.
Hey, man.
Am I ever going to get a surprise? Jason has surprised me with everything. I got surprised on my birthday with Paul Rudd, and I get surprised with the Larry O'Brien and the Lord Stanley.
Yeah.
When am I ever going to get something cool to surprise you about and make you feel jealous?
I mean, are you not?
This is ridiculous.
Is you being Travis Kelce not enough to make
me
jealous?
You shut the fuck up. You are such a unbelievable.
No, I think we need to talk about it, dude. Mike, keeper of the cup. Why in the heck is there not something like this with the Lombardi Trophy?
Because it's their
like, even
it's
if you don't
league.
put the but I still think I think the idea of players being able to take it to their
they don't do it in all the other
interact.
Leagues. It'd be one thing if it was in like every league, like that's what you got, but it's not.
Yeah, but Mike brought it up.
The NHL
all the other
only.
leagues should do that. It's a great tradition.
Let the NHL have it. They figured it out. They figured that one out. They get the points for that one. I think the Lombardi is as legendary as it needs to be, man. I still fucking want another one. That's how much I want it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I would have loved to have too. I'd love to have too.
I'm gonna fucking take it. All right. Well, before we wrap up, we do want to acknowledge one of the greatest players to ever bless the NFL playing field
and our hometown Browns,
Jim Brown. RIP to the legend. He's obviously had every single sports or NFL accolade that you can think of. Led the league in receiving. Had the most yards per carry for forever. Really set the standard for running backs in the NFL.
Yeah,
really changed the lives of countless. Being an activist and doing a lot of the things he does with the American Foundation for social change. I had one or two opportunities to run into him and meet him. Being a Northeast Ohio guy myself, he is the legend of Cleveland. Yep. He's the pride and joy that city runs on football, and he gave a sports town a lot to cheer about in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, there's few athletes that transcend a generation and are just that much better as players and as athletes than everyone else that seems like they're on the same field. And Jim Brown's one of them. I mean, he's the GOAT of Browns football for sure. I think a lot of people don't realize a lot of these stats he did were with 12 game seasons, 14 game seasons. I mean, this guy put up numbers that are huge numbers for a 16 game season in the NFL when he didn't even play. He played 3/4 of it. You just talk about a guy dominating an era.
Yeah.
And just being that much better than everyone else. I don't know that there's anybody else in the game of football that you could put above Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't even, I guess we both played lacrosse as well. There's an entire rule in the game of lacrosse
Yeah.
that is made because he would take the ball and put it right here, and he wouldn't have to drip. Like, you now have to do this motion away from your chest
Cradle, yeah, you
because
gotta
Jim
cradle
Brown
it.
would just run through everybody and score goal after goal at Syracuse.
All-American.
They literally changed the entire game because
Syracuse
he was so
lacrosse
dominant.
All-American, yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes from an iconic kids movie, probably everyone's favorite, at least from our
I
era.
saw it not too long ago.
Hey, remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Jim Brown's a fucking legend.
Follow your heart, kid. You'll never go wrong.
Look at you.
I live by it. Stand by it. The words of Babe Ruth.
You know who reminded me of
Bambino.
that was Malcolm Jenkins wrote that. We exchanged jerseys after a game. longtime
Malcolm.
teammates.
Okay.
And he had that quote, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. That was what he hit me with. And one of my favorite teammates I ever played with. And if there's anybody that epitomizes that, or if there's a guy that epitomizes that quote, I think it's Jim Brown. That wraps it up.
That does it, man. R.I.P.
That's the
Jim.
close. This episode of New Heights is in the books. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel so you can follow along and see when all the new episodes are released. And listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Once again, New Heights is presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by our friends at Good Old Fireball, man. My God, it doesn't get any better than that cinnamon delight. Pound for pound, undisputed shot in America. Follow the show on all social media platforms at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. And as always, thank you to our production. And thank you to you, 92%ers. We love you guys. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. And until next time, enjoy it.
See ya.